Hi everyone, in this video I'll compare the spaced repetition templates in Notion. Now there are six versions of the templates. These are complex, complex plus, moderate, moderate plus, simple, and simple plus. Plus versions are integrated with Student Planner, so they are complex and Student Planner becomes complex plus. Moderate integrated with student plan template becomes moderate plus. Simple integrated with student planner becomes simple plus. Let's see them. Let's compare them. So this is complex space repetition. So a normal space repetition template includes space repetition table, nodes, flashcards. Intervals is only found in complex version and complex plus, class and subjects weekly planning calendar, count data. In a student planner, we have academic tracker, task tracker, goal tracker, habit tracker, reading tracker, notes, a common page, flashcards, common, class subjects, common, class schedule, study log, weekly planner calendar, and calendar data. In Complex Plus, we have both integrated space repetition and student planner. So, complex space repetition, student planner makes Complex Plus. This is the difference between the plus versions. Now let's compare complex, moderate, and simple. What differentiates them? So what makes them different is there is the complexity of the spaced repetition system. Now let's compare them. Let's see what's the difference between them, starting with simple version. I go to simple plus. So simple plus have the same. I go to space table. Let's add any topic. I type in the name of the topic, inverse functions. I choose the subject, this functions, so here it is. I choose lecture, it's class, it's mathematics. I choose my difficulty level. Let's make it normal. I type in when I finished, when I learned it. It is today, January 18. Then I choose the dates of revisions: date 1, date 2, date 3, date 4, date 5. I manually select each one of them. So let's first revision be tomorrow. Second revision will be 22. Let's third revision be 22, 28. Let's fourth revision be February 3rd. Let's fifth revision be February 10. So these are the steps. I type in the details: difficulty, class, subject, topic, date started, and I type in the dates of revisions: date 1, date 2, date 3, date 4, date 5. Then I click create revisions. I need to click this button to see the revisions in calendar. Now let's see it. So the first revision is January 19, second revision is January 22. I will go to calendar. I can see the calendar here. Just let's go in here, or let's see the main calendar. I want to see the main calendar. I'm going to the button. So it was January 20, January 22. So we don't see our revision in here, so it's January 20, January 22. We don't see inverse functions, mathematics inverse function, first or second revision, because we have not clicked the create revisions button. So I go back to the table, I click the create revisions. Now we have created revisions. I go to table, so I may need to here it is, inverse functions second revision, and we have inverse function mathematics first revision. We have to click create revisions button to create the revisions and to see them in the calendar views. So let's summarize the steps. I type in the details, details, and I manually select the dates of revisions one by one for each one of 5 revisions. Then I click create revisions. When the date of revision arrives, I choose how my revision went, good, mediocre, bad. I can come to this table, good, mediocre, bad, or I can do it from the overview section. This overview section presents us what activities. So this plus version, it presents us the other activities in student plan template 2. So this is a revision. These are the other activities for today. We have upcoming activities tomorrow, 2 days later, and 3 days later. And we have overview activities. When I complete one of my activity, let's say I have completed this revision, I click the activity. I don't click this category, not this one. I click the activity. If not this one, this activity. I click the activity. It opens the activity, so it has opened the revisions. Today, January 18, and second revision. I choose how my revision went. Good, mediocre, bad. Let's make it mediocre. So as we have seen, the progress bar have increased, and it's no longer in overview section because it presents us uncompleted activities. Once it's completed, it's no longer in today or overview views. We can do it from the calendar views too. What was it? It was today, and it was equivalent bounds second revision. I click this revision, not the box, but this equivalent bounds. I need to now open the revision. If I click the box, it'll open something different. It'll open the calendar data. I need to click this one. For example, this one, not the box, but this second link, this second activity. We can do it from the calendar too. We can complete from overview section, and we can go to the table. We can complete it from there too. Let's summarize the steps again. Type in the details. Choose the dates of revisions. Click create revisions. Then complete your revisions. This is simple spaced repetition system. Let's move on to the moderate version. Let's see how moderate version works. I go to the spaced repetition table. Now, let's do it again. I add a new topic, the same topic, inverse functions, functions, biology. My bad, it's not biology. Mathematics. Let's this time let be the hardest time. I choose when I completed my learning. I completed learning today, January 18. Then I type in my interval settings: 2, 4, 8, 12, and 16. I click enter, and my dates of revisions are adjusted depending on the difficulty level, depending on the difficulty settings you have typed in. So January 18, date started. 2 days later, January 20. January 20, 4 days later, January 24. 24 plus 8, February 1st. February 1st plus 12, February 13 plus 16 equals 29. So it becomes March 1st. In modern version, we type in the intervals. We have automation. Instead of selecting dates of revisions, one by one, we just type in the intervals. And that's it. When typing the intervals, don't forget to add a comma and a space. So we have add a comma and a space. Comma, space. 5 interval settings, interval numbers. Now, I want to mention this. You have 2 modes that determine the dates of revisions. We have 2 modes. So dates of revisions. We have previous revision mode, which is default, and you have date started mode. In previous revision mode, dates of revisions are determined by this formula: previous revision date plus interval. So consider the date of revision is January 1st, and these are our intervals. 1 plus 2 equals 3rd. 3 plus 5 equals 8. So it's, as it says, 6th revision. Previous revision is January 3 and the interval is 5. It becomes 8. 3rd revision. Previous revision is January 8. The interval is 7. 7 plus 7 equals 15. 3rd revision. Previous revision is January 15. Interval is 10. 12. 15 plus 10 equals 25. So previous revision modes work in this way. And we have another mode which is date started mode. In this mode, dates of revisions are determined by the date started. We add the interval settings to the date started and we calculate the dates of revisions. So we consider the dates of date started is January 1st and first interval is 2. First revision is 3. January 1st plus 5, January 6, January 1st plus 7, January 8, January 1st plus 10, January 11, January 1st plus 14, January 15. So we have 2 modes determining the dates of revisions. First, our interval settings determine the dates of revisions and the mode we choose. This previous revision mode is default. If you want to change the mode from previous revision to date start mode, you have a couple of steps to go. So I have included typed in what you need to do. First, you need to click here and see this page at the default. You need to set it as default. We have a hidden property name based on date started, based on starting date. That template includes this. Now this button is for start date started mode. When I click it, so let's click it, the days of reference change. So January 20, 22, 26. So as we can see, 2024, February 1st. When I click it, it activates date start mode. When it's unchecked, the default mode, which is previous revision mode, is active. So I hide it. Let's summarize it. We type in the details, we type in the intervals. Then the dates of reference are adjusted according to this set of intervals we have typed in. And we have 2 modes too, previous revision mode and date started mode. Date started mode adds intervals to date started and calculates the dates of revisions, previous revision mode, adds intervals to previous revision, and calculates the dates of revisions. And again, when the date of revision arrives, we complete our revision. These were the steps. So this is how modded version works. We type in the interval settings. Now let's get to the complex version. So this one simple plus, this one modded plus. This time let be complex. Not complex plus, let be complex. They are same. They have the same space repetition system, complex and complex plus, modded and modded plus, simple and simple plus. So I go to space repetition. Let's do it again. I click new page. I type in my topic, the same topic, inverse functions. So yeah, functions. Mathematics. Alright, mathematics. This time was easy. Let's make it easy this time. So I type in the date I've completed my learning, and as we have seen, the dates of revisions are adjusted. We haven't done anything. We just selected when we have completed our learning, and you will see that our dates of revisions are adjusted. In complex versions, we have preset interval settings by difficulty levels. Easy, normal, and hard difficulty levels have their preset interval settings. So I'll freeze this column. Freeze the column. Now let's focus on the dates of revisions, 20, 23, or the other ones. No, I'll change this one, therefore 20, 23, 29. So in easy difficulty level, the dates of revisions are 20, 23, 29, and February 8. I change the difficulty level to normal, and as we have seen, the days of revisions have changed. So I return, so easy difficulty level, normal difficulty level, easy difficulty level, normal difficulty level, and you have hard difficulty level is different. Depending on the difficulty level, we choose the days of revisions change. Now, there's something else in complex version. In addition to difficulty levels, the dates of revisions change, adjust based on our performance. Now, let's see this. So third revision date is January 11, and date 4, so fourth revision date is January 19. If the revision status is good, so I change it to mediocre. My bad, I've chosen the wrong one, so it's my intervals. I've chosen the wrong one, my bad. So let's choose this one. So now third revision date is January 20, and fourth revision date is January 26. If the revision status is good. If the revision status is mediocre, will be January 25. If the revision status is bad, will be January 24. What happens in here is that the date of next revision change, adjust based on the status of previous revision. Let's try it again. So yeah, this doesn't have my intervals column. So this topic have my intervals column full, therefore it doesn't change. So it doesn't change, but we have empty my intervals column, so difficulty levels intervals are working here. I will mention my intervals column too. Now let's try it again. If the status is good, it will be February 15, so 16 days later. If the status is mediocre, will be 14 days later. If the state is bad, will be 12 days later. Again, what happens in here is that the dates of revision change depending on the performance of our previous revision, whether it's good, mediocre, or bad. Again, days of revisions change based on the difficulty level and the status of previous revision. And all this interval settings, all these difficulty levels are present in intervals page. I go to intervals page. So these are our interval settings, preset interval settings. I'll show you a footage which explains all these numbers. Pause the video and see what all these numbers mean. So this image explains all the intervals. You'll learn what all these numbers mean. Pause the video and get an insight what all these numbers mean. So I return to the intervals tab. I hope you have learned what all these numbers mean. As we have seen, the days of revisions change depending on the difficulty level we choose and the status of previous revision. If we change those numbers, so if we change these numbers, so let's see it. So after learned, it means the first revision will be 2 days later in easy difficulty level. Let's make it 4. Go to space repetition. So this, let's make it difficult level easy. We make it 4, as we have seen. It is 4 days later. So let's change it again. Let's make it 3. Now it is 3 days later. You can change those interval settings to adjust the difficulty levels in the way you like. Now, in addition to difficulty levels interval settings, we have my intervals column like we did in moderate version. If we don't want to use difficulty levels preset interval settings, we can type in our custom set of intervals in my intervals column like we did in moderate version. Then those interval settings will be applied to the dates of revisions. So it says 1148. So I'll bring it in here. So this says 11. I'll bring it again. So day starts 5, 1 day later 6, 6 plus 1 7, 7 plus 4 11, 11 plus 8 19, 19 plus 14 is February 2. The same for this too. Whenever we type in a custom set of intervals in my intervals column, those set of intervals will be applied to the dates of revisions. And as we had in moderate versions, we have 2 modes in here. Previous revision mode and date started mode. So you have where it is based on starting date. If I activate this, as we have seen, the dates of revisions have changed. Now it is based on the base starting date. So let's try it on this. So as we have seen, it changes the mode whenever I activate it. So let's summarize all the let's summarize simple, moderate, and complex. In simple version, we manually type in, select the dates of revisions: date 1, date 2, date 3, date 4, date 5. In moderate versions, we type in a custom set of intervals. Then the days of revisions will be adjusted according to that set of intervals. In complex versions, we have a quite complex, a quite complicated system. We have preset interval settings by difficulty levels and by performance. Our dates of revisions change depending on the difficulty level we choose and the performance of previous revisions. In addition to this complexity, this complex system, we have option to set custom set of intervals. So this was the comparison between all the 6 types of space repetition templates. You can find the space repetition templates in the link below in the description. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.